hope Kwakwanso will apologize to the Igbos. What he said about them is unfortunate. Omokri. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. A former aide to former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Reno Omokri, is taking to swipe over what former governor of Kano State, Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso, said about the Southeast and the people of Igbo origin. Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso, former Minister of Defense, is the presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP. Kwakwanso had earlier urged the Igbos to support his party and allow the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B, to become his running mate. He noted that the Igbos are good at doing business, but they are the bottom line when it comes to politics. This statement credited to Rabiu Kwakwanso was not well thought out. I respect Kwakwanso, but to use such adjectives to describe the Southeast and the people of Igbo origin is rather unfortunate. I truly hope you reconsider the statement and issues an apology. We're all Nigerians, nobody is a bottom feeder. Reno Omokri, I don't understand though. Reacting to the Kwakwanso statement, Reno Omokri stated on his verified Facebook page that he hopes that the former Kano State governor reconsider the statement and apologizes to the people of the Southeast geopolitical zone of the country. He said Kwakwanso referring to the Igbos as being as the bottom line in politics is rather unfortunate. Please let me say this. Yes, so Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso said this, but I just wish Reno did not echo it. Is Reno now the an echoer? Is he now an amplifier? Because I don't understand. Recently, these days, that is what he does now. He's now almost looking like one Uncle Joe Igbokwe like that too, that echoes whatever people does. He goes and screenshot it, and so that people will discuss on the matter. Okay, I don't really think what Honorable Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso said is an insult, because Mr. P2B is a trader, and what Nigeria need now is somebody that understands the business. We don't need the politician anymore. Nigeria has spare parts now. Let Obi go to a labor market to do business. Nigeria is bigger than him. Listen to yourself. It is not an insult. Let what it is an accolade. Well, that is not important. If the Igbos are at the bottom of politics, have they come to the house to beg him for food? Don't start though. We can not allow Reno setting her up, because I don't see. I feel Reno would have allowed whatever he said. Just allow it, okay? Tribesman, before the end of 2023, you will start looking for who will help you. Anyway, you belong to tribes people, but other youths who ambitions have left you behind. Okay. What do you understand as being a trader? It is always for people to be well-tutored. You are just ignorant of the word trader. Do you really know P2B's profile? Please, to your founders. Please, let me say this. People who are traders, they're people who has well experience. If they refer to you as a salesman, you don't even know what it is. A salesman is somebody who... Do you know what a salesman is? Do you know what a salesman is? They refer to you as a salesman or a sales girl or a trader. You understand people, because without good relationship, without networking, without a whole lot of issues, you cannot do business. In trading, you are going to encounter all kinds of issues. In fact, you will learn life trading. Yes. So I don't think it calls for. I don't think it's called for any backlash at all. What he said is never an insult. It is his opinion, and in fact, apology is not needed. Whether you failed it this time, now he's about to become the second in command to P2B. The equation will be balanced. All right. Every person, every tribe have their own calling. We are created and bestowed with different talent. Yes, Igbos are good at doing business and they're doing well. What about those who claim to be at the top in politics? Are they doing well, and where have they kept Nigeria today? Another way to go about it. Everything is not about quarrel. Sincerely. But I still believe that there are people who play politics in all parts of the country, in all geopolitical zones. That is not just one zone. if you say a lie, the people who don't did here, how come that they have not made Nigeria better? Is one question you would answer if you say a lie. Okay. Beautiful question that requires an urgent answer as soon as possible. Besides, check the poverty index among all the tribes. One tribe that is at the very top of politics is the capital of poverty in Africa. Let us move from sharing formula to production formula. No problem. Kwakwanso come for a public debate on 3 factors. Who knows Nigeria? Report card and 8 stewardship. Asset declaration. By this debate, let the winner become the president and the runner of the vice. You're concerned about your party. Bola Tinubu ended AD from APC. Drop your born to run mentality, please, and let us move. Okay. Hatred instigator in chief. Is it weighted than the ones who've been saying about the same Igbo hypocrite? Exactly. I don't understand Reno's stand these days. I don't understand. The man comes out and does things, and I'm like, myself sometimes they shock for waiting they talk, and they shock for waiting they do too. Omokri, are you mocking us? You've said what things to us. Sincerely, it would have been very, very okay if Igbos now, the way he put it now, come out and, start going at Rabbi Musa Kwakwanso. Now they instigate. If they can't start the talk, now you can't the talk. Don't mind that Fujiti is waiting for Tiku to win the election so that he will come back to Nigeria. Reno, you're an evil man. When did you start speaking for the Igbos? You're only good at joining 2 heads together. Now who wants shit, cough, vomit, and cry just only on Igbos? Even Buhari and his foreign jihadists, killers versus terrorists, now Igbos. So without talking and insulting Igbos, your Nigeria cannot live. Everywhere Igbos are now. Kwakwanso want to join Igbo obedient, to draw presidency, to be his running mate. But at the end, they said Igbos are not good in politics because they're the bottom in line. And he still wants an Igbo man who are not good in politics to be his running mate. Haba. Why can't they choose a better tribe in the south that are well competent in politics to be his running? Then why Peter will be? Then it's now, wow, they could not leave me. Well, to me, what Kwakwanso said, he would have left. Rene would have left it. Why quit? See, he's now sounding like Joe Igbokwe, and it's not good for him at all. At all, it's not good for him. I feel it's the one trying to hit things up here. And when P2B supporters now react to it, you go talk, see, then they insult everybody. Reno. Well, okay, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.